Hi guys.
Hi beautiful people.
Welcome to another video. In this video today we're going to go through about 10 daily health habits that we have incorporated into our life that has just generally improved everything. Our health, our well-being, our spirituality, our relationship. These are just like daily habits we want to share with you that maybe you guys can pick and choose and incorporate into your life as well.
And by health we mean body health, mental health, financial health. So we'll kind of explain a little bit about each habit and let's get started. So we'll start from the morning. First of all, we wake up early. Jonathan has been waking up around 5 and I wake up around 6:30 a.m.
So when we get up early, that just gets our day started before everyone else. We know everything's quiet. We have a lot of time before either of us have to start work. So the primary focus in the morning is to get things done that need focus. So we start with meditation in the morning independently, and then we also do journaling. So I typically write anywhere from 2 to 3 pages in my little journal. And then from there I go into having my coffee and making the morning smoothie for Ann and I.
Yes, morning. The reason why we wake up so early, for me, it's like I found out that the most successful people start their day around 5 a.m. and that makes so much sense to me. During COVID, I incorporated this habit of waking up at 5 a.m. Now, for the reasons I'm gonna say for another video, I don't do 5, but I do around 6. And I just find that time so peaceful and tranquil because, like Jonathan said, nobody is awake yet. Usually before I met Jonathan, or before recently, nobody was awake. I was the only one awake, and that's the quiet time you can use for yourself to meditate, to journal, and start like a day on the right foot instead of waking up when the sun is already up, everybody's awake, you have to rush to go to work, you're scrolling, it's just like cortisol and go right away. This way it's like peaceful and very great. It's really great for your mental health, and it's really great to really get in tune with yourself. Like every day you have that time to recenter and to really ask yourself what's important for me. And that's what the journaling and meditation is about. It's really recentering, regrounding, and instead of being on social media like what this person is doing, what other people are doing, what is needed from me in emails, right? If you think about it, emails is really just people asking you for things and wanting you to buy things or needing you to get back about something. So meditation is journaling is really getting in tune with yourself. Like, how do I want to live my life? How do I want to live today? What do I want to get out of today? What is my intention for today? What is the type of person I want to become?
Okay, so yeah, so that's the benefits of journaling and meditation. Waking up early gets you the time to be able to do more in the morning. So after we get through that process, I usually finish journaling and meditating before Ann wakes up, and then I'll have coffee and then the smoothie ready for her when she gets up. So then I'm usually either on my way out to the gym or just getting back at that point, because I like to go to the gym and be done early in the morning because when I get home from work I'm usually too tired. So I'm starting to incorporate that now into my mornings as well, since I've been waking up at 5 instead of 6 recently.
And that's actually, Jonathan just touched upon why it's waking up early is so beneficial, because then the things that so many people say like, oh, I don't have time to journal, I don't have time to meditate, I don't have time to work out, it's because you're not prioritizing. And I'm not judging, we've both been there, right? But that's why if something is important to you, you prioritize it and you wake up early and you do that instead of letting yourself like go to work and then go have drinks and then, oh, it's too late, I don't feel like it, all I want to do is watch Netflix, which again, we've been there. So that's like the little tip to for you. And if you're thinking like, gosh, I'm not a morning person, trust me, I didn't like enjoy waking up at 5 or 6 a.m. even right away, but as I trained myself, now I can't imagine my life in any different way. And so it was your journey, right? You didn't enjoy it in the beginning either.
No, I was definitely considered a night owl. I worked night shift for years and years and years, and my schedule ended up getting stuck like that. So I would always stay up late. So the transition was difficult, but it was mostly because I was just going to bed very late. So now, like, and we'll get into going to sleep earlier later on, but I know to set myself up for success, to get the things done that I want to in the morning, I need to go to sleep early, because I need to get these things done in the morning, because if I do it after work or I leave myself to do them after work, I won't do them because Like, so the thing is just setting yourself up for success. I know myself very well, so I know what I need to do to be able to get the things done at this point. So one more thing for the morning is that I've been waking up earlier intentionally to fit these things in, as well as give myself time to work on creating other income streams. So something that I've been trying to be more intentional about is coming up with new business ideas, or working on my own other forms of income other than my regular job. So my big project currently is I've been creating my own app, and it's a wellness app. It's centered around spoken affirmations and meditations, and right now I'm in the process of getting that up onto the App Store, so I'm really excited. But that is something that I've also been focusing time in the morning on throughout the week.
I'm very proud of you, baby. Yes, Jonathan has been waking up extra early to do that, and which is like the tip that I briefly mentioned. If something is really, really important to you, make time for it and do it first thing in the morning. That way you're still fresh, that way you're still energized, and you're not worn down after a full day. We take vitamins every single day, and we take supplements and probiotics, and we'll get into it maybe in another video, but that's one of the daily habits that we do.
Yeah, that usually goes along with for me, I do it first thing in the morning with my smoothie, and we'll take her supplements throughout the day at different times.
Yes. And then next we have daily movement. So whether it is gym, or for me lately I've gotten really into Pilates. I just try to move my body every single day, and I incorporate 10 minutes here, 20 minutes there. It can be yoga, it can be Pilates, it can be walking, it can be resistance bands, and I'll just do it throughout the day, most of the time after meals. Like, we love to walk after dinner. That's like something we do every single day. It's like a sacred time for us. Even when we go out on a date night, especially on a date night, because usually you'll have some treats, then we'll take a walk.
Even on vacation too. It's just something we do pretty much every evening after our meal.
The important thing why I'm not saying, oh, we exercise or go to the gym every day, it's movement, is because a lot of people think like, oh, just going to the gym for 1 hour once a day or a few times a week is enough. It's just great. It is better than sitting on the couch or on your ass every day, but it's better than sitting all day every day for sure. But what you want to do is really just move your body throughout the day, increasing the time that you move your body, because the reason we do this, because I've studied longevity and health, and I learned how important it is to really just be active and move your body every day throughout the day, instead of just thinking like you just need to go to the gym for an hour and then you're okay with sitting for 12 hours, which is really, sedentary lifestyle is really the new smoking.
Yeah, we're not meant to be sitting. We're meant to be upright and moving a lot of the times. So especially like if you have a desk job, where you're sitting at home at the computer all day or on your phone, whatever it is, it's just, take 5 minutes every hour, 10 minutes every hour, just stand up and do some stretches, or move around the office. Like, I've been really intentional. I'll just stand up at my cubicle and I'll do squats at work. I'll do 10-15 squats every hour, just to keep myself moving, and just a little bit here and there helps. So to wrap up this movement section of the video, I just want to add in another part to our walk that we do every day. So during our walk in the evening after dinner, we share gratitudes with each other. So during our walk, we'll be having conversation, and then one of us will initiate, what are you grateful for today? And it's just a really important practice that we've incorporated into our day, to just make sure we are acknowledging the things that we have going on for us that are positive in our life, so we don't forget how truly blessed we are and how much abundance there is in our life. Because sometimes you get wrapped up in the stress from work, or you're looking on social media and you get the comparison bug. I always like to say, comparison is the thief of joy. So if you just focus on the things that you already have and the things that you are grateful for, it just makes you feel so much more fulfilled and abundant in your own life.
Absolutely. And the more you focus on gratitude and what you have in your life, the more you attract into your life. So and also, just to mention, like, while we're walking, we do gratitude. That's habit stacking, and you want to do the most of it, so you don't feel like, oh my gosh, in my day I have to find time to do all these 10 trillion things. You can like literally like, well, that's why it's called habit stacking, stack up a bunch of habits in, you know, at the same time. Speaking of gratitude, what it also does, it helps your brain to focus on the good things that happens throughout the day. Our brain will naturally want to focus on the negative things, which is called negativity bias. If you have a gratitude practice, you're training your mind to notice the good things throughout the day. And that's also why I love Jonathan's app, and you'll get all the details about it later. But what I want to share a little bit right now is that it really helps you think positive thoughts, notice the good things, and listening to audios like that really has shifted my life. So we're not just doing that once a day during our walk, but we're actually planting positive thoughts and good feelings throughout the day.
Oh, something else that we do to benefit our health and our nutrition is really just our diet. So we primarily cook and eat our meals at home. We do all of our shopping through Sprouts, Whole Foods, and Costco.
We've really prioritized buying organic foods, and if we're eating meat and fish and chicken, it is pasture raised, wild caught, and grass fed. Yes. So, and I know you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, but that's so expensive. But think about how expensive are your medical bills later on if you're not taking care of your health right now. How expensive it is to not feel good and be sick. Like at that moment when you're feeling sick and your health is not great, like that's expensive because you're not doing the work that you meant to do. You're not possibly be able to earn the money that you are supposed to be able to, right? Or you're not reaching your potential, and to me that's a high price to pay. So if you think about in comparison, then organic and pasture raised or grass-fed stuff is not that expensive in the end.
And truthfully, it is slightly more, but ultimately, just if you're not ordering from Grubhub, you're not ordering from Uber Eats, don't go out and get dessert, you don't go get a boba, like just cutting out those bad habits anyways, where it's the excess sugar, or it's the grease, it's the eating out, like saving on those memberships or those costs will, you know, if you put that into buying healthier food and just cooking it yourself, you probably would end up saving money overall.
Yes.
Because that's also something that we don't do, is like, you know, we aren't eating, you know, we're not, you know, ordering to go, we're not eating fast food, we're not, you know, eating sugar or dessert that often. So
yes, and when we first met, we used to eat so much dessert, and I kid you not, I sometimes think back about it, like we would spend about $50 a day when we're traveling on like the extra like
pastries and cake.
Because if you think about it, when you go out to have pastries, what do you want? You want a bunch of like you want at least 2, right? And then you want a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, and then it's just like adds up.
And then it's $20 for 2 pastries and a coffee.
Yeah, or like sometimes it's even 30. And then like after dinner we want to get gelato, which we both would get, each of us, and then that's like another $15-20, right? Which is insane. And we still do those things, by the way, it's just not in that amount. We'll have a dessert once a week, or maybe a couple of times a week, or even like less than that. Exactly. So we also don't drink alcohol, and that can be like extra, what, like $30-50 per night out. So yeah, and like we said, health is also financial health, and yeah, you don't have to adopt every little thing we're doing. We're just sharing what we're doing
and what works for us.
What works for us and how we do it. So if you want personalized for you the plan, or like you want to incorporate certain habits but you don't know where to start, I'm also a wellness coach, and I'll be more than honored to guide you through what you can incorporate that works in your life, so you can have also better health and better energy level, and for you to really restart your health.
Yeah, having Anne support me and guide me through like these habits, or, you know, creating, you know, lifestyle changes, like my diet. Once I changed my diet, it's like I would have joint pain before, and I was fatigued, and then after we started, you know, eating the grass-fed meats, and, you know, not eating white rice and not fried foods, like I just feel so much better. I don't have joint pain, I don't have acid reflux. So, you know, it's really beneficial to have someone, you know, guide you where you're kind of, you know, lacking in the information or just don't really know where to start.
Yeah, sometimes we don't connect. We eat a lot of junk food and we think we're healthy, you know. And I think when we first met, you thought you were pretty healthy, and you had all these aches and pains, and you were like, oh, I need surgery here, I need like this there, and I never, you know, I never pressured this certain diet on Jonathan. I was just eating my way, and when we go out, I was just like, this is what I want to eat, and he would like, we would love to share foods, and then we'll also love to cook, and he was like, I don't want to cook two different things, I'm just gonna cook what you eat. So and then that's how he started eating healthier, and then his pains and
my pain in my shoulder started going away, the pain in my knee went away.
Yeah, and acid reflux. I remember you had acid reflux after every single meal, and now only after, like, you know, if he had too greasy of food or too like much tomato sauce. But yeah, that went away, and he's like, oh my gosh, this is miraculous, you know. So
I didn't know what it felt like to not feel the pain or, like, you know, feel sick after eating sometimes. So
yes, and also if you're watching this video and you're single and you're thinking, oh my gosh, how nice it is to have a significant partner to keep you accountable, to do things together. Yes, it is so nice, but what I'll share with you is that I started these habits when I was single. You don't have to wait for the significant other or another friend to do this with you. I've had friends and I've met people who are like, oh, I would love to start working out, I would love to do this, I would love to travel, but I don't have anybody to do it with. You gotta start on your own. You gotta be that person. You gotta be that change. And then when you meet another person, or you have a friend, that's just gonna blossom and it's gonna be better and it's gonna be more awesome. But it starts with you. Please don't wait for a significant other. Don't wait for anybody. And if you're feeling like I'm all alone, I want somebody to help me, like I said, I can help you, I can coach you. We can meet once a week or twice a month, whatever works for you. Put my Calendly link below so you can schedule a free consultation call with me, and we'll see how I can support you.
Okay, and the last thing that we're going to wrap up for daily habits is our bedtime. So we like to eat early and then be heading to bed probably, I mean, my ideal time to start like winding down for bed is like 8:30 and be in bed by 9. Usually we're in bed by 9:30 and then asleep 10:30. So what we do is, you know, just like wind down, get into bed, get ready, and then when we're laying down, Anne and I will usually read independently on our own whatever book that we're reading, you know, at the time. And then when we're just about to go to sleep, we'll pull out a book that both of us are reading together, and then I'll read out loud until she falls asleep, and then I'll put the book away, and then it's time for bed.
Yes, it's very nice to have somebody read to you to fall asleep with. By the way, today we're sitting in the beautiful backyard of ours, and we have birds, and one of these birds really wants to say a lot of things for this video, so please bear with us. So going to bed early. Waking up early actually starts with going to bed early. So it's all a loop, even though we start with waking up early. But again, it starts with the night before. Because if you go to bed late, there's no freaking way you can wake up earlier. And that's ultimately why I stopped waking up at 5 a.m. because I need my 8 hours, and it's been really, really hard to go to bed at 8:39 because of, you know, I still want to hang out with friends, I still want to go out to eat, and I also want to eat a few hours before bed, which is actually one of the things we forgot to mention. We try to eat dinner at least a couple of times, ideally 3 hours before bed, and we take a walk, and then we have a couple of hours before bed. And we like to have a full hour. I personally love to have a full hour of winding down where we start showering, you know, we go to bed, and then I meditate most of the time. I like to meditate twice a day, in the morning and in the evening. In the morning I'll do a longer session, and in the evening I'll do like a quick one, like 5 to 10 minutes, just to kind of like wind down after a full day, or wrap up whatever conversations I just had and come back to myself. And I'll read something that is not too disturbing. Like the other day I suddenly started reading a book about trauma, and I thought, you know what, maybe this is not the best book to read before bed. So most of the time we read something spiritual or something self-development to kind of get something
easy to digest,
and
like
inspiring,
like motivational, like something just positive to go to sleep to, or you know, to just like fill your mind with positive thoughts before going to bed.
Yes, because one of the things and one of the most powerful things that people don't tap into is that your subconscious mind kind of ruminates over whatever was the last things that you exposed yourself to before bed. So that's why you want to really read positive things that will change your life, things that you want to move towards to, instead of again scrolling and, you know, dwelling on other people's lives, on comparisons. Then when you sleep, that's what your brain will be ruminating throughout the whole night. So yes, reading helps us wind down. Reading helps us really prep our mind for a better future and take advantage of that sleep time where your brain will process the great information.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching the video. Hopefully, you know, hearing about our habits maybe encourages you to pick up some new positive habits for your life. Who knows? Try it out. I wish you guys the best. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. See you next time.
Bye. Oh, baby, a bird pooped on here. I thought it was a leaf that fell on here. It's literally bird doo-doo. That's so obnoxious.